Right. Listen, guys.
This is the power of yes. Don't you set for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yes. Don't you settle for less, then you will have success. Y-E-T, this is the power of yes. You may not get the problem, don't spend hours in stress. No, it's all about the process. Steady make progress, remain optimistic. I don't get it, well, not yet. Life is a journey, not a destination. Every teacher, every leader needs this in education. Tempted to say can't have the courage to add yet. A growth mindset to staff in the class met. You see, there's a difference between not knowing and not knowing yet. That three-letter word yet is very powerful if you think about it. I can't do this yet. Perseverance is paramount. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best, then you will have success. This is the power of yet. Don't you settle for less. If you just
All right. Power of yes. And I'll finish it up when we're done. I'll let it play some more so I can get you guys rolling. Okay, so today we're going to talk about what leads to success. What leads to success? All right, because that's what we want to be. We all want to experience a level of success so that we can do the things that we've always wanted to do, so that we can help our families, okay, and so that we can live the American dream. Okay, so how do we get there? Dr. Carol Dweck is a psychologist who is fascinated with why some people are successful and why some people fail. Here's what she discovered after decades of research, and that's what we've been doing. We've really been looking at the research that was done by Dr. Carol Dweck and her team, and that's where we get a lot of our information from. But this is what she found out. When people believe they fail because they are not smart, they stop trying to learn. Okay, so when we focus on being smart, guess what? We stop trying to learn because, as I told you before, middle school is going to be a lot tougher than elementary school. And so, if you glided all the way through elementary school, nothing was really tough, nothing was really hard, all of a sudden you get into middle school, and I can promise you, there are going to be some difficult things in middle school for you. And people that are more focused on just looking smart, they get to the point where they start to question themselves because they find something that they don't already know. And so they shut down. And they say to themselves, okay, I thought I was smart, but now if I can't do this, I must not be too smart. And so what we see is a lot of those students that have been told they were smart all of their lives, and they believe that, and so their main goal is to look smart, and all of a sudden you run into something that you cannot do, they give up and they quit. Okay, so that's what she found out. When people believe they fail because they're not smart, they stop trying to learn. Okay? When people believe that they fail because of not working hard enough, they work harder and then they learn. So when people are, like we say, with growth mindset, when they realize, okay, that they fail, they say in the back of their mind that they failed because they didn't work hard enough. I need to do more. I need to put in more effort. I need to study harder. Okay, I need to get me a study buddy or something. But they don't attribute it to the fact that they can't do it. They attribute it to the fact that they didn't put in enough effort. Okay, so that's what she found out. How does a person's belief affect his or her success? Okay, I want to ask you guys, make them short answers. how does what you believe affect your success? Yes, Caleb.
So, I don't know how it affects me.
Well, I mean, what you believe about a certain thing, what you believe about intelligence, how can that affect your success?
To make me think that I'm not gonna make it, but it also attracts me to think that I might make it.
Okay, so if you believe, though, that you come from a generation of people that are not successful, do you think you believe that you're going to be successful?
No.
Right. And so sometimes that can affect your belief, your environment, where you come from. Sometimes it can. Doesn't have to, but sometimes it can. You know, because I remember when I was growing up, you know, I didn't know, because I came from, you know, we came from the hood, so we lived in projects, you know, a lot of times. And, you know, so we didn't see those models of success in the communities that we lived in. And so, you know, we didn't really believe all the way that we could reach a certain level of success. And some of those people that came in that same neighborhood, they didn't believe that they could reach a certain level of success. Okay? They thought that if they were going to get rich, they had to do illegal things to do it, because that's the mindset that they had. Okay? But Dr. Carol Dweck, she comes and gives us research and study that teach us more information about that. And I can't get my thing to go down because of this. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is, you know, we want to fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks below to show how our new learning about neurons supports Dr. Dweck's research findings about successful people. So we want to fill in the blank. Now, what I have done for you is, you can see behind me is I have some choices up here. One says you are upset or have a bad attitude. 2 says, I can grow new connections between neurons and improve at anything. 3 says, your fixed mindset can get in the way. And then 4 says, you can learn. 5 says connections, and 6 says neurons. Okay? So we're going to read this thing right here, and we're going to see which one of those fit in the boxes. So I'm going to start reading paragraph. When I am learning something new, I grow blank by practicing. Yes. Which one of those?
Is it, I can grow new, connections.
Okay, I can grow connections by practicing. Okay, anybody agree or disagree with him?
I agree with him.
You agree with him?
I
Okay, okay. Okay, so we're gonna keep going through this thing, and we're gonna find out, right? So the next one, dendrites stretch, lengthen, and grow until they form new blank. Dendrites. Remember when we talked about the dendrites? They stretch, lengthen, and grow until they form new what? Remember, those dendrites are the things that's going out and reaching, trying to reach others, right? Yes.
Sure.
No. Well, we have the choices up here.
Oh.
So when we go back now, we got to think about that. We put neurons we put connections at the first one. Okay, but now when we talk about the dendrites stretching out and lengthen and grow until they form new what?
New
So
nerve.
we're going to come back to that. Hold on. We're going to come back to it. And then the next one. The more I grow dendrites, the more I blank. The more I grow these dendrites, the more I can blank.
New nervous system.
Yes,
The
Caleb.
more I can learn.
Okay. We'll see. Anybody disagree with him on that one?
I agree.
You agree? Okay. Dendrites, the more I grow these new dendrites, the more I can learn. Okay. It can be very hard to learn when blank because of blank. It can be very hard to learn when the choices up here. Number one. Yes, Caleb.
Your fixed mindset can get in the way.
Okay, you say your fixed mindset can get in there. All right. Anybody agree or disagree with him?
Disagree.
Disagree? Okay. Which one you think it is?
Yeah,
Okay, hold on. We'll come back to it. We don't worry about it. I just want to find out what you guys know now. Yes.
You can,
It can be very hard to learn when blank.
it can be very hard to learn when new nervous system.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
like when you get nervous.
Okay, we'll come back. All right. Because what? Because what? So it can be very hard for me to learn when I'm blank because blank. Yes, Jen.
It could be very, very hard for you to read. Yeah, some people say that it's too hard to read. And
Okay.
sometimes they can't see.
Okay. All right. And if I work hard, blank. If I work hard, blank. Yes.
If I work hard, I can learn. If you work hard, you can learn new things, new connections.
Okay. You might have something there. Okay, so let's go back and fill it in now. When I'm learning something new, I grow new what? Neurons. When I am learning something new, remember, we grow new neurons. And neurons are what? Yes, Caleb.
They are like cells.
They're cells. They're brain cells. Okay? Brain cells are called neurons. So, whenever I learn something new, I grow these new neurons are growing. Okay? Whenever I learn something new, that's why we want to embrace challenges. Because when we embrace challenges, okay, we create new neurons. We create new neurons. And we want to have those new neurons because of the next thing. The next thing is dendrites stretch and lengthen and grow until they form new connections. Because that's what we want to do. We want to grow new connections because as we're growing those new connections, that means that we're getting smarter. So that's what we want to do. We want to grow new connections. And we got to have these neurons. By growing the new neurons, it causes those connections to grow and to get bigger. All right, here we go. Next one. The more I grow dendrites, the more I what? The more I grow these dendrites, the more I can. The more I grow these dendrites, the more I can
Smaller.
learn. Okay? If I grow, because what are the dendrites doing? They're reaching out. They're reaching out. Okay? They're reaching out for other new connections. Now, it can be very hard to learn when you're upset or you have a bad attitude. It's hard to learn when you're upset and you got a bad attitude. It's hard because, number one, you're not going to want to listen to people. Right? Right. That's what has happened in the past because we've been having such a bad attitude, okay, that we haven't been able to learn. So it's hard to learn when you're upset. Think about that. If I'm upset, I'm not thinking about learning anything, right? I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out of Dodge, like some of us have done in the past. We want to run out, get out of that situation. Okay? So, it can be very hard to learn when you're upset or have a bad attitude because your fixed mindset will get in the way. Okay? Because your fixed mindset will get in the way. And again, what's the fixed mindset? Caleb?
A fixed mindset is a person who thinks you're born how smart you are.
Okay. So fixed mindset is the person that thinks, Kayla, that we're born with what we're going to have. You're either born smart or you're born dumb, or in between. Can't change it much. You're either born talented or you're not talented, or you're in between. Okay, and a growth mindset person believes that we can develop, we can grow, and we can get better with practice. All right? And the last one is, if I work hard, I can grow new connections between neurons and improve at anything. Okay? If I work hard, that's the key. That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand and do in here, is to learn how to work hard. Okay, all of your life you've been trying to get away with being lazy. All of your life you've been trying to get away with not wanting to stretch your brain, with not wanting to take on something that's challenging. All of your life you've been running away from challenges. And now we want to change that because we know that when we embrace the challenge, we get smarter. When we embrace the challenge, a lot of good things are happening in our brain that cause us to believe that we can do anything. Okay? And if we want to be successful, that's what we want to do. Right, Caleb? Right, Nathan? Right, JV? Right, LaKayla? Right, Janet?
Yep.
Right, Nathaniel? We want to be successful. And if we want to be successful, we have to understand that we are going to have to work. Okay? There's no way of getting around working hard. Because if you work hard, you can reach your goals and you can get to where you want to be. But if you're a slacker, if you're lazy, you're not going to be able to benefit society, you're not going to be able to help your family, and you're not going to be able to benefit anybody else. All right? Not yet.
I don't get it. I can't do this. It doesn't make sense. I'm starting to hate this. I believe in you, and you can make it. Just put the word "get" at the end of your statement. Y-E-T. We can all shout. Using the word "yet," we removing all doubt. We see the problem as a challenge and not a crisis. We creating a growth mindset. You gotta like this. You see, this idea of a growth mindset can also be called the power of "yet." In other words, you are not
Do me one of your steps,
just
man.
trust me. You can
Right now.
definitely get there. Let's go. This is the power of "yet." Don't you settle for less. If you just give your best.
All right. Janet, come on. Give me one of your steps, Janet.
This is the power of "yet." Don't you settle.
All right, LaKayla, give me something.
Give your best.
Oh, now you want to be shy.
Let me encourage you because I know you're great.
Nathan, give me something, baby.
We can cultivate. We can
JV, you gonna give me something?
The power of "yet."
Nathan, you go give me something. I know you got something. I know, Nathan, you got
The problem
something.
is nothing but a challenge you accept. The power of "yet" is a soul.
What you got for me, Nathan? Yo.
Accomplish anything that you hope to do.